Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. Today is going to be all about weight loss, mainly like fat loss. So I've recently lost 6 kilograms in, I think, like, I'm gonna say like 2 months, but I can't remember exactly, so let's say 2 months. But yeah, so I just thought I'd run through how I've done it, and I also put a poll on Instagram asking if you wanted this video or a different video, and you guys all wanted this video, like the majority wanted this video, so I've chosen to do this. And I also asked for your questions, and I got quite a few responses, so I'm going to answer your questions and give you some of my top tips for trying to strip a bit of fat and, yeah, just generally lose a bit of that chub that we all want to get rid of. But yeah, obviously these are just my tips. I'm not qualified in any way to give any like proper advice on losing weight or anything like that, so this is just my experience, and I just thought I don't know what's going on with my hands, but yeah, I just thought I'd share some of my advice and give you some insight into my journey and stuff like that. So I hope you enjoy the video. If you like this kind of thing, then please give it a big thumbs up, and yeah, let's crack on. So tip number 1 is drink your water and try and ask yourself if you're actually hungry or thirsty. That sounds really strange, and it's probably not a normal piece of advice, but a lot of the time when I am like hungry, just after I've eaten a meal, like an hour, half an hour after I've eaten a meal, it's because I'm thirsty or I'm bored. It's not actually hunger. Like if I eat a 300 calorie meal, obviously I'm not hungry like half an hour later. It's just because I'm thirsty. So drink your water, and drink lots of water. Water helps weight loss, it helps with your skin, it helps like fill you up. So yeah, one of my top tips is definitely to drink water. I aim to drink around 3 litres a day of water, and then maybe another litre in the gym or something like that. But yeah, water is definitely a big help to weight loss, and yeah, you just need to ask yourself if you're actually hungry half the time, because a lot of the time I'm not, and a green tea or a like glass of water or something like that will definitely help you to understand what your body actually wants. So tip number 2 would be to cut the sugary drinks. So basically recently I've been doing, for the whole of October I did no sugar. So it was quite strange for me to realise, like it was quite scary for me to realise how much sugar I was actually having during the day, because often I have sugar in, like previously I had sugar in my tea, my coffee, I'd be drinking squash, fruit juice, smoothies, stuff like that, and all of that is like liquid sugar. So try your best to just drink water. Basically water is like the best thing for you. Obviously there's a lot of energy drinks and sugar-free this and sugar-free that, but make sure they are actually sugar-free or low in sugar or whatever they say, because there's been there's loads of stuff on the internet recently saying that actually those kind of drinks aren't that good for you, but obviously I'm not qualified, so go and do your research, get your own opinion on it. But yeah, I try and drink as much water as I possibly can, and then any other drinks I have are literally just coffee with milk and or black coffee and some herbal teas. That's literally all I drink. I also don't drink alcohol at the moment. There's no need for me to drink alcohol. I literally only drink alcohol to get drunk basically, and I'm not going out at the moment because it's too cold and miserable and wet, and I hate being cold. So yeah, I'm not drinking alcohol either. But I'm not saying don't drink these things. You can drink them if you want to, just make sure you're tracking them and stuff like that, because there are a hell of a lot of calories in alcohol, and all these kinds of drinks that you might not even realize. So if you want to lose weight, you just need to kind of realize what you're actually putting into your body, because there's so much hidden shit in all these drinks and stuff like that. So just try and have a look at what you're actually putting in your body and ask yourself if you really need all that shit, because half the time if you can't say the ingredients on your drinks or food or anything like that, it's probably not that good for you. So yeah, that is my second piece of advice. So obviously I just said I didn't have any sugar in October, like refined sugar I think it's called. Like obviously I had fruit and stuff like that, but yeah, I wasn't drinking or eating any refined sugar, so that was a massive help to me. I'd say my sugar cravings disappeared within about a week or 2 weeks, which isn't that bad. And now it's really strange that my body has like adapted to not having this type of sugar. So even when I'm eating like a broccoli or something like that, it tastes sweet, which is really weird because my body's like, I don't know, it's very strange. But yeah, so just if you're going to cut something, I'd say cut sugar. If you're trying to lose that stubborn belly fat, which is what I really want to lose, then you need to cut the sugar, because that is literally my worst. I know like we all love sweet things, and I'm not saying that if you don't think you can cut that stuff, then just reduce it. You don't need to feel guilty for your eating and stuff like that, but sugar sticks to my tummy like nothing else. Basically, it is literally the devil for my body. It just sticks to my lower tummy, and yeah, I cut it out, and I've just seen so many changes in my body. I've also seen so many changes in my skin. Like I used to get loads of spots around here, like little ones, but I think this, sorry guys, that was a cat. But yeah, I think the reason my skin's better is because obviously I'm drinking more water, and I'm eating and drinking way less sugar, so my skin has cleared up amazingly. But that just might be me. But yeah, definitely reduce the sugar if you're going to cut anything out. I'm not saying cut carbs out, I'm not saying cut fats out or cheese or whatever. Cut the sugar if you want to lose that stubborn tummy fat, because that is what worked for me, and it may well work for you. If you're like secretly having 50 chocolate bars a day, secretly have 2 chocolate bars a day or something like that, just reduce it, and then if you can cut it, and you will see a difference. But if you're just reducing it anyway, you will still see a difference. So it's just being like accountable for what you're actually eating. But yeah, that definitely helped me, so I thought I'd share. So next up is obviously, I think this is quite an obvious one, but you need to eat in a calorie deficit. So basically your body needs to be burning more than you're eating. Don't do this drastically, like don't be eating 200 calories a day and be burning like 10,000, because that isn't healthy. But yeah, try and eat in a deficit. There's loads of sites where you can find out how many calories you should be eating, or you can speak to a nutritionist or something like that, and they will tell you what you need to do to eat in a deficit, what you need to do to maintain your weight, or what you need to do to put on weight. So yeah, do your research, find someone who's qualified, and then you can basically just find out how many calories you should be eating, and that will obviously help you lose the weight. Because if this is just like, this isn't my exact calories or whatever, but if my maintenance is like 2,000 calories a day and I'm eating 2,500 calories a day and only burning 100 calories a day, like obviously I'm going to put on weight. But if I'm eating like I don't even know how to say this because I don't want to get in trouble or like give you the wrong advice, but obviously if I'm eating less than I'm burning, I'm gonna lose weight. But you also don't want to undereat, because you will cause your body to like go into starvation mode, and that it like releases hormones that make you like stick on the weight, like just in case kind of weight. So I don't know how all that works. I think it's something to do with like cortisol, something like that. But yeah, if your body goes into starvation mode, it will store the chub to try and, because basically if your body doesn't know when it's next gonna eat, then it holds on to things just in case. So yeah, it's not good for you to starve yourself, but you also need to understand how many calories you need to eat a day is very specific to you. It's specific to your activity levels, it's specific to your body type and all that kind of stuff. So if you can speak to someone who is qualified, unlike me clearly, because I don't know what the fuck I'm talking about, but yeah, if you can speak to someone who's qualified and get all of the details of what you should be eating and all of that jazz, then that would definitely help you. That would probably be the first thing I would do if I was, well, yeah, I'm obviously trying to still lose weight. I want to lose a few more kilograms, just to get down to the weight I was when I started. But yeah, so definitely you need to eat in a deficit, but in order to get that deficit you need to speak to someone who knows what they're talking about, basically, unlike me. So my next tip would be get enough sleep. I aim to get around 8 to 8.5 hours of sleep a day. So I go to bed very early. I have to wake up about 6 or 5:30 to 6. It ranges. It can be like 5:30, 6, 6:30, and I aim to get about 8 hours minimum sleep, because otherwise I'm literally the moodiest bitch that you will ever come across. I won't want to train, and I will eat everything. So sleep is really important to me. Also, if you're sleeping, that means you're not eating, so you're losing weight, you know what I'm saying? That is not good advice, but yeah, that's the way I look at it. And so yeah, if I have a shit night's sleep, or I go out drinking and get back in at like 4 AM, the next day is a complete fucking write-off. I want all the carbs because I'm so low in like energy and everything like that. And yeah, I could eat like 5 burgers if I've had a shit night's sleep, which obviously isn't great, but just try and get enough sleep is what I'm getting at here. Sleep is so important, and there's loads of articles on weight loss and sleep and how much it can help you. So yeah, definitely try and get around, I think recommended is like 8 or 9 hours a night, but 9 hours I'm still a bitch, so 8 hours is good for me. Next up is quite an obvious one as well, but I think people overcomplicate like weight loss, so here we go. Do your cardio. You can walk. Like, say you don't have enough time to go to the gym, which I find quite unbelievable because I work 12-hour days with children, so I'm absolutely shattered by the end of it, but I still manage to get to the gym either before or after work. So I can't really understand people that say that they can't go to the gym or can't exercise, because I managed to do it and I work my ass off, so I don't know why other people can't, unless, like, I don't know, there are some factors that obviously make it a bit difficult for people, like gym opening times and stuff like that, but there is no reason why you cannot put some shoes on and go for a walk in the evening, or go for a walk in the morning, or get off your bus earlier than the stop that you're meant to be at and walk. Get off your underground stop a bit earlier and walk. Like, it's very easy to get 10,000 steps in a day, although I sometimes struggle. But yeah, do your cardio, because cardio is not only good for weight loss, it is good for your heart, it's good for your mind, it's good for everything like that. And it's so nice to get some fresh air sometimes. Like, the gym might not necessarily be the best place, but I aim to do around half an hour of cardio a day, like minimum, every day. So I usually have one like day off the gym, which is usually a Sunday. I don't even know when I had another day off the gym, which isn't good. But yeah, if I have a day off the gym, I will go for an hour walk or something like that with Elliot, or just, I don't know, go shopping. Shopping is actually a big cardio sesh because you're walking everywhere to all these different shops. But yeah, there's literally no excuse why you can't do cardio, and obviously that will help you lose weight. So yeah, just try and be more active and try not to be lazy. Like, I drive some places and I'm just like, I so could have easily walked there. I'm a lazy bitch. Like, it's nice to walk sometimes. I get that it's cold and it's miserable and I don't want to walk in the rain and stuff like that, but it does you good to just have a little walk sometimes, or go for a run, or all that kind of stuff. Just try and up your cardio. Before I was doing like 10 minutes of cardio because I get so bored, and then go and do weights and have like a half-hearted session and just not really be into any of it. So if you're doing cardio, then try and distract yourself. If you're in the gym, watch Netflix, watch your favorite YouTubers like me, and stuff like that. But yeah, definitely try and do your cardio, up your cardio if you're trying to lose weight. And yeah, obviously that helps with the calorie deficit because you're obviously burning more then, which means you can eat more. Yeah, you like that one, don't you? So yeah, that's one of my pieces of advice. So as well as your cardio, you also need to be doing your weights and stuff like that. Resistance training is really good for weight loss as well. A lot of people say that you don't need to do cardio, you just need to do like weights and stuff like that, but I need to do cardio and I like doing cardio now. So yeah, I do around half an hour of cardio a day and then maybe an hour or half an hour of weights, just so that I am doing about an hour in the gym every day, or an hour and a half depending on how much time I have. But yeah, I'm maintaining the weight side of my training because I want there to be some muscles under this chub. I want to look sexy naked, and yeah, I like muscles, like little muscles on girls, so I'm into it. I'm going to carry on doing my weights and stuff like that. They're just as important as doing cardio. So yeah, keep doing the weights. Guys, I'm sorry the lighting keeps changing in here, but it's like pissing it down outside and I don't have my ring light today. So yeah, I'm sorry about that. But next tip would be to take lots of pictures. Sometimes the weight on the scales isn't changing, so you can't rely on the scales to keep you motivated and stuff like that, because some weeks are slower than others. You won't see changes every week. I haven't seen, like last week I didn't lose barely any weight, and then this week I lost like a kilo or something. So yeah, don't rely on scales to keep you motivated and stuff like that. Rely on your pictures and like how you feel and everything, because you will notice your changes in your body before anyone else will. Like, I don't care what anyone says. If I am lying down on my bed and see that there's less of an overhang over my trackies or something like that, I don't know, but you will notice your changes in your body. And sometimes taking pictures of that and realizing why you started will keep you motivated, stop you from falling off the wagon again and stuff like that, because you will see how far you've come. And I don't know, it just motivates me a lot. So I definitely say that transformation pictures are essential. Next up is just eat what you want to eat, but in moderation. If you want to eat crisps, but know that just track your food. So you like, just to start off with, my advice would be to track your food, because you need to be aware of what you're eating. Like what I said, I was drinking cups and cups of tea with cups of sugar in them. Like I probably drank like a fucking cup of sugar by the end of the day, which isn't ideal, but it's a different issue. But yeah, like just eat well and don't fucking do these stupid diets. I've done so many diets in my life. I tried the keto diet, no, not into it. I've tried intermittent fasting, I'm not into that either. I've tried shake diets, I've tried juice diets, like all of them you think work, and then 2 weeks after you stop doing these stupid diets, you realise that you've put all that fucking weight back on, which is great. It's lovely, it's fabulous, and then I'm just a depressed little mess. So eat what you want. There is no such thing as bad food and good food. You just need to eat in moderation, and just be aware of what you're eating. That's literally the biggest thing. I used to eat loads of shit and only track the good stuff, like the vegetables and the fucking chicken and all that, and then I was just like, why are you lying to yourself, Aisha? Why are you lying? Because that day I would have eaten like fucking 2 share bags of chocolate. And yeah, you just need to track exactly what you're eating for like the first couple of weeks. Don't obsess over it, don't obsess over the scales, don't obsess over anything like that, because that hurts me, doing stuff like that. If I start obsessing, that's when I get depressed, and then I'm just like, ah, fuck it, I want to be fat for the rest of my life. So yeah, don't do that. That's a positive way to end my tips. But yeah, don't do that, don't obsess. Just track your food, eat what you want to eat, but you have to be a little bit careful of what you're eating, because otherwise you're not going to see any changes, obviously. So yeah. So next up is time to answer your questions. So I've got all the questions on my phone here from Instagram. So the first one is, what is your weight loss goal? So my weight loss goal in terms of scales would be ideally to be around 65-64 kilos. I'm a bit more than that now, but that was my starting weight. When I was kind of ill, I was around 57, 56, I think actually maybe 55, but yeah, 55 is too low for me. I'm 5'7", so yeah, 60, I think my recommended weight is about 64, so yeah, I'll try and aim to get down to there. But my tummy and stuff like that is looking pretty flat already, so I don't want to get to the stage where I look too thin. I don't know if that will ever happen. I also don't want to lose like muscle. I don't want to lose my glutes, because that'll be the end of my YouTube career, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, that I'm not going to lose my glutes, but yeah, that's my kind of goal. And I just kind of want to get to the stage where I feel good when I'm in my underwear, or like when I'm with my boyfriend, or when I'm on a beach in a bikini. I just want to be able to just be like, yeah, this is my body, kind of thing. I want to have the confidence to be like that. That was really cringe, I'm really sorry for that. That kind of offended me. I might have to edit that out. But yeah, that's the kind of goal. That's my goal. That's one of my goals. I just want to feel good, I want to look good, and I kind of just want to get to the mirror and just be like, damn girl, you working hard, you know what I'm saying? So, oh god, cringe. I'm gonna die when I edit this back. I'm already dying now, I feel like I'm going red. But yeah, that is my weight loss goal. So yeah, next question. Next one is, if I could position my camera right, is what size is your booty? Now, I don't really know what size my booty is. Last time I measured it, it was, I think, 108 centimeters, like round. So yeah, that's what size my booty is. And then in terms of clothing, in like non-stretchy jeans, I am a size 12, and then in leggings and stretchy jeans. I am a size 10, but obviously as I'm losing weight, I have like lost a bit of chub on my booty, which is fine. I just don't want to lose too much. But yeah, it's like the more weight I lose, the more difficult it is to find clothes, so that's the only negative. Next one is, do you ever step on the scale and feel discouraged because you weigh X amount? Absolutely. Like, I feel, because I don't weigh the same as when I started, it's quite discouraging. But I know that when I was at uni, I weighed a hell of a lot more than I do now. So I know what it's like to go to the other end of the scale and then to the other end of the scale. I know what it's like to be chubby and overweight, and I know what it's like to be underweight. So yeah, I'm kind of aware of there's someone in the garden that's freaking me out. Okay, the guy in the garden's gone, so it's all good. But yeah, I do feel discouraged, and it's just annoying sometimes. Like, you think you're doing so well and then you go on the scale and it's like, hun, no you're not. But you've got to remember, muscle weighs more than fat, and that's what I tell myself quite often. So yeah, you just, honestly, like, pictures are so much better than scales. I cannot like stress that enough. You will see more changes in taking pictures than you probably will on the scales, and that's shit, but it's kind of true. And I don't know, I kind of got that into my head a long time ago, so I try not to focus too much on the scales. So I definitely just say, don't be discouraged by it, don't let it throw you off, because it happens to everybody, and just take the pictures. Like, it's so much nicer when you think you're making no progress because the weight on the scales hasn't changed, and then you find like this picture from before and this picture from after, and you're like, holy fucking shit, I may not have lost any like scale weight, but I look banging. So yeah, that's how you tackle that, I'd say. And it is a bit shit sometimes when you think you've lost loads of weight, but apparently you haven't. So yeah, take your pictures. So the next question is, how do you lose fat around waist but maintain glutes? I continue to do my weights, which is obviously helping my booty stay like muscly. I think, yeah, I do like weights. I do lower body exercises 3 times a week, and I do upper body exercises twice a week, and I do cardio every day. So I've literally, the only real things I've changed in my diet are less sugar and more cardio. So I don't, if I lose a bit of like glutes, I'm not really that scared, because I know my ass isn't really going anywhere, and if it is, I'm losing a bit of chub and I can turn that into muscle, so that's okay. But yeah, don't be worried about losing a bit of booty if it's just fat, do you know what I mean? But yeah, to keep my waist, I don't really like, I do have a, my waist isn't tiny, it's smaller. It looks smaller than it is because my ass is so big, and then I'm trying to build my upper body so it gives the illusion of looking even smaller. Because if you build your upper body, like, I don't want to build it like that, but if I build it like that and then this comes out, obviously my waist is going to look smaller than it actually is. I don't know where I'm going with this, but to make your waist look smaller and be smaller, up the cardio but don't ditch the weights, I'd say. And then to give you that illusion, you just need to build your upper body too. Like, so many girls neglect their upper body and build their lower body so much. And yeah, I used to be that person, and I don't want to be like that anymore. I want to have little biceps and triceps and a little bit of back muscle and shoulders and all those nice things. So yeah, don't neglect the upper body, don't neglect the lower body with the weights. Do your resistance training, like HIIT circuits, everything like that will help you maintain your booty while you're burning fat. Yeah, I think I answered that. That was a bit weird, but that's all I got for you today, kitty. So I really hope you enjoyed that video. Sorry it was so chatty and so long, but I wanted to answer all your questions. I wanted to give you like some good advice and maybe not some normal advice, because there's a lot of bullshit over here. All about how you should do this diet, do that diet, how you should cut carbs, how you should cut all the good things in life. But yeah, this is just my experience and I hope you've enjoyed the video. If you have, then please give it a big thumbs up. I think next chatty video you guys asked for a girl talk one, which is good because I've seen loads of girl talk videos and I find them very entertaining. So I want your juiciest questions, your questions that you want to know the answers for that you think I won't answer. I will literally answer every question for you. I don't even care. Literally no limits. I don't see the point in hiding anything. So yeah, hit me up with your questions for girl talk. Message me on Instagram or my new Snapchat, which is aishaburn1, and I'll answer all your questions. So I love you guys. I'll see you all soon. I'm kind of back with a video. Not really seeing you, but you know what I mean. God, this is a shit ending. Right, love you. So thank you so much for watching. Bye.